Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Imani, aka Imani Monet, aka Monet the Painter. Look at how much I put on my lip. So I just wanted to come on here and just chat. Can I chat with y'all? Is that okay? Yeah, I just wanted to chit chat. I found this girl's YouTube. Her name is Ashley em.j. She's really sweet. Like so sweet. She's a really cute creator. I like her YouTube channel. I was very happy that I stumbled upon her. Before I get to that, I just wanted to shout out my 14 subscribers. Get at your girl, 14, the big 1-4. I got 14 subscribers in maybe like 3 months. Nobody is keeping up with my numbers. Your girl's doing numbers, okay? 14 subscribers. Shout out to y'all. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing here today. And I just want to wish a whole bunch of prosperity and blessings and abundance and healing and peaceful journeys throughout all the hardships that life has to offer us. This is to my 14 followers now and the abundant amount of followers I'll have in the future who will look back at this video. This is for you too. I'm doing this for the future. When we meet, we'll meet and it'll be great. But for right now, I'm rocking with these 14 subscribers because they're rocking with me, period. So I just wanted to shout out my folks real quick. Shout out to the big 1-4, the big 1-4, period. 1-4. You know, get with me, 1-4. Who you know got 14 subscribers? Okay, so yeah, just shout out to my folks. But what I wanted to say, I just wanted to come out here and chat with y'all. I came across this creator and I instantly vibe with her content, and then recently she started a new series, right? Her series is like 30s diaries and how she's navigating her 30s, and I thought that was such a like great thing because that's needed for people to, you know, look forward to their 30s, look forward to aging and growing and progressing on with time. A lot of people think, oh, 30 is old. 30 is just like this, like you're 90 basically. And that's not the case. Your 30s actually are supposed to be a lot better because you had the fun of your 20s, the experiences over the last like whatever years. And then you get to like really apply it and be taken seriously. Once you hit 30, you're taking more seriously. Typically you have good direction. You had enough experience to, you know, navigate in life better, right? And I think it's nice because she's showing 30s as a successful married woman who has her career. She's doing what she does. And you know, what have you? A lot of people are like, oh, when you get 30, your back's going to be hurting and everything's going to start. And it's like, no. That's only for a select few of folks. And you can decide that if you don't want it. But anyways, her name is Ashley em.j. Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y, em.j. A-M-B-R-E-L. She's a really cute girl and I like her videos. Her stuff be like 10 minutes and it's nice because I can just sit down 10 minutes, chat with my girl, get a good life update, and then be about my business. She's nice for that kind of content. She's basically like short form, long form content, basically is what I would describe some of her stuff as. So I love that. And so I love that new series and I got inspired to like make a series too. I've been thinking about how I'm gonna do it, and because I'm 28, and so for the last like few years, ever since I turned 25, I've been preparing myself to turn 30. And so, you know, my body goals is like when I'm 30, I'm gonna reach my body goals. When I'm 30, I'm gonna be closer. Well, either I'm gonna reach them or I'm gonna be closer to reaching them. Like it's gonna, like I can almost grab it. That's how close I'm gonna be to reaching them. And so just things like that. And right now body's T. So when I turn 30, body's gonna be T-er. And so I just want to document the road to 30, basically, because I'm gonna be 30, flirty, and thriving. Yeah, it was always been my dream since 13 going on 30 came out. It was my dream to be 30, flirty, and thriving, minus the petty cackiness. With JJ, I forgot what that girl's name is. But yeah, I've always wanted to be 30, flirty, and thriving. And so I've really worked hard to get myself together. And so I just want to document what it looks like being 28, being in your late 20s, being older than 25, and, you know, just seeing how that is and showing a good glimpse of how that could be, you know. One valuable lesson to learn going into your 30s is like standing with conviction, right? And making your voice known. And I think sometimes before you're 30, you're not really seen as an actual adult. Some people, you still may look young, right? Some people may just think because they have so many years ahead of you, it could be 10, it could be 5, it could be 20. Those amount of years ahead of you, they're gonna assume certain things about you, and then they're gonna treat you accordingly to those assumptions. So you have to really, like, you have to stand firm in what you say in your side and be direct and be, like, not blunt, right? But direct and being transparent. Especially at work, especially with family, every single thing, but especially at work. People are gonna try you. You're at the age where you're on the younger end of things, being 28, being 25. In the jobs that you're in, most likely you are ahead of most people, the older ones, than you. So they're gonna treat you a certain way because they've been there for a long time and you're only a few steps away from them. And if you have a baby face, you're cute, petite, hot, and turnt, they're really gonna, like, say something. You know, I get mistaken for being 20, 19, 15. And so right now, like, if I'm, you know, if people know certain things, know my job, know all the stuff that I've done in my life, they may think, okay, maybe she's 25. Maybe she's 22, 21, but no older than 25. And so when I tell people that I'm 28, then it's like, oh, okay. You know, now you're almost close to their playing field. They're almost going to treat you on the same playing field, right? And so this age of, like, corporate baddie and, like, you know, having your big girl job, they're gonna try to play you. They're banking on being able to play you. They're thinking, you know, you're just fresh, you just got your sea legs, your land legs, or whatever the case may be. And so you really have to stand firm in that and know what you deserve and know what's right and know what's wrong, because we are under this society where it's normal to call things out. It's normal to suggest change and fight for change. Now it's more widespread. Before, assimilation was, you know, the way to go. And so now people are refusing to assimilate and be degraded or not being, you know, respected. And so that's the difference between the generations. You know, generation, the end of the millennials, Gen Z. Our generation is like, no, call out, that's wrong, that's not how it should be. Or, yeah, I know that this is how you've been doing it, but let's do something better. You know, that's our generation. All the generations before us, they never operated like that. They never operated like that unless you were a white man, but still certain white men, they wouldn't allow them to operate like that either. So you're gonna have to have some tough skin. You're gonna have to know that people are gonna think certain things of you and describe you in certain ways. And that's just what it is. And it's gonna have to be like that. And it's like, oh, you're just like this, and am? I sure am. And now what? Oh, you said this, I sure did. Now what? You be doing this, I sure do. Now what? Because what is the point of that? You know what I mean? So you have to be firm. You have to be Azalea Banks, okay?
So,
No, I'm saying
what now?
I mean,
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, what? I did make that mistake. Now what? You got that. Now what? You win. Now what? Okay, now what? You just, to get to that point, because you have to let them know that, like, you're not one to be messed with, and you need to come correct. You need to come with respect. And you have to tell them that. These are people like your aunties, uncles, you know, your elders. You gotta tell them like it is. Because they're not gonna respect you until you do. Until they know that they can't run over you. And so that is like a big life lesson that I feel like you have to learn in order to maximize your 30s. You don't want to be 30 and still having the same problems you had when you were 20. So you have this lake, and it's maybe like these character traits or qualities. Maybe you're over dramatic. Maybe you're too kind to a fault. Maybe you're too forgiving for a fault. Maybe you are quick to blow up. Maybe you are quick to whatever. All these things are accumulating in this lake and have been accumulating from 0 to 30. 0 to 29, let's say. You know, and maybe even before if you want to get ancestral. But from 0 to 29. And when you're 30, that lake starts to freeze over. And so it's going to freeze over with all those qualities, the good qualities, all the bad, sucky qualities, the qualities that are making you self-sabotage, the qualities that are involved in you not reaching your full potential, you know, as quickly as possible without so many obstacles, or without these obstacles turning your life upside down. Right? So the goal is, think of your life every 10 years. Every 10 years, you know, you have the chance to take some of that out, chip away some of that ice so you can get those bad qualities out. But you don't want your lake to freeze over, and just accumulate more bad qualities. You want to be able to take as much as the bad qualities out and replace them with good qualities. Like, if you're too over dramatic, maybe the new quality that you want to do is the quality of being able to take in information and process it and give an appropriate reaction. That can help with you being over dramatic. That can help with you blowing up. That can help with you being so defensive. That can help with you being like placating. That can help with a lot of things. You know, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. It can help you process those a lot better, and so now you can have an appropriate reaction. So those are the things you want to think about when you're taking some of that stuff out. You're fishing all the garbage out. You're taking all the polluted stuff out. And obviously you're not going to be able to clear everything in one go round. That's okay. You have mad years to fix everything, but you don't want stuff to you don't want it to be complex and be layered and layered upon it. Be like, you know, you don't want that. So that would be the first lesson I would say that is good to learn to prepare for your 30s, so it doesn't you don't end up repeating the same patterns from your 20s. You don't want to be 30 and still having men playing your face. You don't want to be 30 and still having fake friends, or friends that don't have your best interest at heart. You don't want to be 30 and still allowing your family to treat you any old kind of way or take any treatment. You don't want to be 30 and being at a job you don't like and where people don't respect you, or where you're not getting paid your worth. You're not getting paid. You want to make sure you have all these skills, because you don't want to spend another 10 years dealing with this same stuff. And so, period. I think that what my plan is to, all the goals I had in my 20s to close out my 20s, I want to achieve by my 30s. But I really want to be in the maintenance phase of holding on to all my blessings and all my goals that I have achieved. So what am I going to say? The maintenance of maintaining the fruits of my labor. I want to, you know, the maintenance period to make sure that these are actually new and true. These are my new automatic responses, ways of doing things. I don't have to think. It's just who I am. Like, it's just cemented in me by 32. So there's absolutely some of those goals, like, bro, I just couldn't make it at 30. Okay, but at 32. And I'm not going to give myself too much leeway. I'm not going to keep extending the goalposts. So that's my plan. Get to 30 and then iron all that stuff out by 32. And then 40s. Once you get 40, then it's a whole new level of respect. So there's a whole new things you need to learn. But yeah, the first lesson is being able to make your voice heard, learning how to be transparent, and all that stuff has to go down to being authentic, like knowing who you are at your authentic core. That way you can be more assertive, you can have your own back, you can fight your own battles confidently, you can make, you know, decisions, you know when to throw the white flag and it's not, you know, affecting your pride or your ego. You know how to deal with people, and you know how to stand firm because you know that this is who you are at your core. And if people don't like it, it ain't nothing to cut that off. Person, family, friend, job, lover, cut them off. This was a good road to 30. Don't box yourself in. Don't limit yourself. You are powerful. You got this. You have everything it takes right now within you to achieve your goals and reach your full potential. So, road to 30. Shout out to you. We finna be 30, flirty, and thriving. Peace out.